24 hours ago, the Irish team ventured across the English Channel to take on France in the season's first international here in Europe. And as always on occasions like this, the world of Super League cameras went with them. Ireland came to Orly full of confidence, hoping for victory in their first full international against a French 13. Tommy Martin gave them the perfect start. But the French soon hit back when some lacklustre Irish defence allowed French captain Jean-Marc Garcia to combine well and score just wide of the posts. The parochial French crowd was soaking up the atmosphere, and when Patrick Terray put them in front 12 points to 4, they were more than happy. But Challenge Cup hero Martin stoked Irish enthusiasm when he created some space out wide to go over for his second and allow the Irish to get back into the game. The fans were treated to an entertaining match, Paris Saint-Germain's Fabien Devecchi giving the French a 10-point lead. Then Halifax centre Richard Smith backed up the hard-working prop forward Barry McDermott to grab the loose ball and score a try minutes before the break. But that might have been Ireland's undoing, as another defensive lapse allowed French second rower Wigan Gael Talek to score a try. In the second half, Ireland lost man of the match Tommy Martin with a suspected knee problem, and this was compounded when Devecchi scored his second after some good teamwork from Freddie Bonke. The French were on top, but Ireland refused to lay down without a fight, and James Lowes showed determination to crash over and give the French something to think about. A superbly weighted kick saw Warrington's Mark Forster touchdown in the corner, and only a converted try separated the teams with just 10 minutes left on the clock. The French defence was solid until 2 minutes from the final whistle, when Martin Compton went over. And so it was left to Dublin Blues player Phelim Comerford to leaven the scores in this, the first match between the two countries. An entertaining game for all concerned, Steve O'Neill confident of future success.
We look at our team today, we've had, I would say, England internationals, if it's a kind of phrase, but lads who are good enough to play for England, and they've chosen to play for Ireland because of where the parents were, the grandparents are from. And that, for me, is a big boost for Irish rugby. And definitely, yes, games like this most definitely should be played.
But more and more we're looking for a Five Nations set-up where, you know, not so much with France, but with the England, Ireland and Wales and Scotland thing, we can, you know, have that as a benchmark for the Great Britain.
Looks like the Irish enjoyed it, and Steve-O, I wonder if for the French this really is the way forward. Should it be Ireland and Scotland rather than Great Britain?
Yes, I think you've got to have something that all players can aspire to, and I think that international football is the lifeblood of our game. And it will attract a lot more youngsters to our game if they know that they can go on tours and all. I think also that the fact that the French need to play more international games to build them up, at the same time giving the opportunity to the likes of Scotland and Ireland. But what on earth has happened to Wales? They seem to have just disappeared off the face of the earth. We wanted to try to get a team down in Swansea and Cardiff. I know that they've tried it before and it has failed. But I think we shouldn't just say, well, that's it, we failed. Forget about that and go somewhere else. I mean, we've got Newcastle supposedly coming into the Super League eventually over the next 2 or 3 years, maybe. And that's as near to Scotland as you'll get. And of course, there's talk of the Dublin side. So that all will help secure a very strong team in those areas. But we cannot just forget the Welsh altogether.
A lot of people will say hear to that. Tommy Martin injured in that match, and that would be a worry for Saints with the Super League match to come this weekend.
Well, it's always a problem for coaches, but I think coaches have to understand that, as we said before, that the international games are the lifeblood of our future, and spreading the gospel is what it's all about.
Well, just to confirm, France have a second international in this three-cornered contest. They take on the Scots at Firhill, home of Partick Thistle, on Wednesday, July the 9th, and we'll have that one covered as well. Away from the international